Hello, everyone. Racer Joe from Racer Records. Thanks so much for tuning in. Been trying to do a few more videos as of late, and I appreciate the fact that you've been watching and supporting the channel and playing along and all that good stuff. So thank you for that. What I've got for you today is Rob Walker of Rob Walker Let the Music Play, that being Rob Walker right there, has a thread challenge, thrallenge, tread, whatever you want to call it, out there. 26 bands, A to Z, but they have to be from the 2000s to current. So a little bit of a twist on what I think a lot of us, including Rob, myself, and others do, is we show older albums a lot of the time. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. So this is to show some more recent albums. 2000s and on, A to Z, Bob's Your Uncle. Here we go. All right, actually, before we start, let me do this. Yeah, I've got a couple of cameras going because what I have planned. I'm just going to get back to Rob's main channel here. Where'd you go, Rob? There you are. What I've got planned is this Wednesday, depending on when you watch this, April the 2nd, 9 p.m. Central, which is 11 Eastern, I plan to do a game show. And that's why I've got two cameras going, for those that are wondering what the hell he's doing now. I think most people probably wonder what the hell I'm doing at the best of times. But anyway, I've got a game show coming up. It is going to follow a little bit after Live from the Basement Wednesday nights, which is Rob from Northern Revolutions, Daryl from the Northern Vinyl Guy, and myself. Wednesday nights, we have a special guest. They come and join us. We pick a topic. We talk about it. It's all a lot of fun. It starts at 8 Eastern on Wednesdays on Northern Revolutions channel. Rob joins us quite often. We've got lots of great guests and lots of folks that watch us on a regular basis. So thank you for that. And then at 9 o'clock Central, 11 o'clock Eastern, I'm going to try a little bit of a game show. Trivia, for the most part. It's going to be fun. I need 3 contestants. So if you're out there and you're watching this and you want to be a contestant on Wednesday night, hit up my channel. My email is there. I need 3 people to be my guinea pigs for the first edition of Racer Records VC Game Show. All right. Without further ado, let's get into it. 26 bands. Albums. This is going to take a little bit. I tend to ramble a lot at the best of times. I will try not to do that this time, and we'll see if we can keep it around the 20-minute mark. Not sure. But anyway, first up is, I would be remiss if I did not show you American Idiot for the A's and my band Green Day. For those that watch my channel, they're probably tired of me talking about them. For those that watch Wednesday nights, they're probably tired of me talking about them, seeing them live. But just fantastic. One of my favorite all-time albums. I really like it. This is the 20th anniversary edition on the red and black splattered vinyl. There you go. There is your A for the A to Z's. Zeds. We'll talk about that when we get to that letter. All right. Up next is, of course, B. And you're going to have to just trust me. All of these are in the 2000s. I'll be totally honest. This is a second take because the sound was off on the first take. So I'm doing this whole thing over again. I started by giving you the date that all these are the year these were done. Trust me, they're all in the 2000s. All right, Dream Theater is up next. Black Clouds and Silver Linings. I am not the biggest Dream Theater fan. I do enjoy the music. I'm solely there to listen to the drums when it comes to Dream Theater. There you go. Black Clouds and Silver Linings. Dream Theater. Next up, a band out of Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada, which is home of Racer Records as well. And these guys are the Dead South, and it is Chains and Snakes. Steaks, pardon me, not snakes. I was thinking of that other challenge where you're supposed to say one of the things you're afraid of. I think snakes would probably work for me. Anyway, it is Chains and Steaks. The Dead South, rootsy, country, folk, bluegrassy, good music. Give them a listen. Really good stuff. And again, out of Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada, which is where I hail from. Another band from Canada. It might not be necessarily a theme, but there's going to be a little bit of Canada in here, eh? The Cancer Bats and Dead Set on Living, a punk band out of Eastern Canada. Good stuff. Saw them forever ago. I think they opened up for Motley Crue, or one of the openers for Motley Crue a long time ago. But the Cancer Bats and Dead Set on Living. Yikes, hit my keyboard. Next up, El Camino for the E's, the Black Keys. Great album. This is an anniversary edition, so it's the album itself as well as some live recordings. It's really good if you're looking for a way to get a bunch of good Black Keys music at once. Pick this anniversary edition up. Really good. I think it's 3 discs in the end. So it's some live, and then, of course, El Camino as well. Look at that. There it is there, and there it is there. Tell me in the comments what you think of the 2-camera scenario here. Next up, Dinosaur Jr. If I can pick it up off the ground. Dinosaur Jr. and the album's name is Farm. Love the cover. Fantastic. I am a Dinosaur Jr. fan of Farm. Too many F's. There you go. Dinosaur Jr. and Farm. Again, I'm not going to get into these albums a whole bunch because we'd be here for forever. So if we're going to do 26, let's get her done. Steve Earle, one of my all-time favorites. This is The Ghosts of West Virginia for the G, a tribute to the miners of West Virginia. Steve, just one of my favorites. Every single album is good. I argue you could not give me a bad Steve Earle song. If you like Steve Earle, you like every song that Steve Earle has put out. At least I do. I shouldn't speak for you. Another Canadian, a singer-songwriter out of Ontario, Serena Ryder, and this is the album Harmony. Rob from Northern Revolutions and I were talking about Serena a while ago. I think he's said he's met her. I could be wrong. I'm not positive. Rob, if you're watching this, leave a note in the comments. Is that what you said? Or I can't remember. Anyway, Harmony, Serena Ryder. There's the H. Next is a band I've seen live just once. I'd like to see them again, though. Some of the new metal, as they are called, and this is Disturbed and Immortals. You can see the concert ticket from a few years ago, and this is the one with the Sound of Silence, the cover of the Simon and Garfunkel song that they do a very good job of. Real quick, one of my favorite all-time pyro deals at a concert was Disturbed. It wasn't for Sound of Silence, it was for a different song, but someone walks out, they set down this fire pot, and then this chain comes over top of it, and it lights the chain on fire, and then the fire works its way up this bundle of chain, and then the chain kind of opened up like a curtain, and the fire stayed going. It was pretty sweet. It was awesome. Disturbed, Immortalized, pardon me, for the eyes. H-I-J. J is next, and this is Jekyll and Hyde, country performer, the Zac Brown Band. And I say it with a bit of a inflection in my voice as a country performer because this album is kind of half country, half rock and roll, or a little bit of a shot of it. It didn't do a whole bunch, but it's a really, really good album. Zac Brown Band, very prolific, good, great band, and they thought they'd try a little of both. At least that's what I think they were shooting for on there, Jekyll and Hyde, and that's why it's called Jekyll and Hyde for the J. A young lady that, again, my buddy Rob and I have talked about. He turned me on to her numerous times on his posts and his videos. He talked about her quite a bit, and luckily I finally came across one of her albums because I like to find them in the wild, and that is Lindy Ortega and Little Red Boots. Those are specifically the Little Red Boots in question right there. There's the download card as well. But yeah, Lindy Ortega, Little Red Boots. I believe some new music out recently, if I remember correctly. Rob said it's not as good as some of the older stuff. He liked it, but not as much. So there you go. Next up, a German performer that did spend some time in Canada and really is kind of a one-hit wonder, but it's Alice Merton, and the album's name is Mint, and it is a little bit of a box set, but it's only a box set because it's got the album in it, but then it's got some other stuff. So it's not a box. Well, it's a box set because it's a box, but it's not necessarily a set because there's only one album in it. But it's got a bunch. Let me set this down here. It's got a bunch of lyrics. Each song has its own lyrics. Get it in one of the cameras, Joe. There you go, Alice Merton. So each song has its own lyric card. It's pretty cool. Good album. I believe born in Germany, raised to 13 or so in Canada. You get a nice mint bag as well. If you're going to have a nap, which sometimes you'll do watching my videos because they're so friggin' long, you can put on your sleep mask. Anyway, spent some time in Canada. I am not sure exactly where Alice lives anymore. But Alice doesn't live here anymore, according to the song. And Alice, who the hell is Alice? There's 3 references all in one shot. Let's see if you can figure it out. Did I miss one? Yeah, I did. I missed the K's because I did the Little Red Boots, and then I missed the K's because they were down on the floor. I set them down when I did the first take, and what it is the 10-inch version of Kid A by Radiohead. There you go. Nothing crazy about it other than it's the 10-inch version, and I just happen to have the other one here, which is Amnesiac. So there you go. It was down over here because I have to put it back into its sleeve. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're doing okay. Let's keep going, though. Work from the floor, Joe. Another band I saw, I believe, opened up for Billy Talent a number of years ago, but this is Against Me, and the album is New Wave. A lot of color in the 2000 plus seems to be a thing. Obviously, we know Taylor puts a lot of color variants out, but a lot of bands have been putting out colored vinyl, especially the 2000s to current. But Against Me, Thrash Unreal on there, good album, good stuff. I keep saying these are some of my favorite bands, and they certainly are. This is no exception, and it is Audioslave and Out of Exile. We are on the O's already, but unfortunately, no more Chris Cornell, passed away. Yeah. It sucks. It just sucks because I really liked Audioslave. I really like Chris Cornell. And this is a fantastic album. Out of Exile for the O's. Up next, he's been from Detroit. He's been from Phoenix. He's been in LA. He's been all over the place, including a lot of golf courses. It is AC Alice Cooper and Paranormal, the 2-headed version of Alice. So there's an example of an artist that is newer but still putting out albums. Alice has been putting out albums consistently for the last number of years, and they've all been pretty decent, and I enjoy them. Here's another artist that's been around for quite a while that is still putting out albums. This is from a couple of years ago, and maybe not her greatest work, but I still enjoy it, and I really like the guitar and fiddle playing of one Corey Churko from Canadian supergroup Took. He was her musical director for, I think, the last 10 years. Anyway, The Queen of Me is the cue for this challenge, contest, thread, thrallenge, whatever you like. Next up, man, this album got played a lot, or at least the single got played a lot. I think the album probably got played a lot as well, but Random Access Memory by Daft Punk. Arguably, I would think probably the biggest of their style in the last, well, from the 2000s to current is Daft Punk. Interesting stuff, good stuff, really well produced, well recorded, sounds fantastic. I've got the Tron album that they did as well, and it's really, really good. Here's another band been around for a long time, but new music as of last year, and this is The S, and it's The Offspring and Supercharged. I like The Offspring. They're fantastic live. They still put on a fantastic show, still putting albums out. They put one out a couple of years ago. This is from last year's. I like it. It is Supercharged on the lovely blue. I think Shania, I don't know if I had that one in a sleeve. I didn't. Well, I have it in a sleeve, but it's inside. That one was pink. Again, most of these have some form of a color variant. Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats. One take. Well, 2 takes, but we won't get into that. Anyway, Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats. If you get a chance, go see these guys. They are fantastic. Blues, funky, bluegrassy. It's just really, really good. He is a fantastic frontman. They have a fantastic band. I hope they've got some new music coming out because I really like this one. But there you go. Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats. This is tearing at the seams from a little bit ago. T.U. Bruno Mars, a gentleman that I have not had a chance to see, but probably would go and see. Bruno, I think he'd be a good show. I got to remember, you got to move it the opposite way of the camera. There you go. Bruno Mars, an unorthodox jukebox from the 2000s. Gonna funk you up. Uptown Funk. Not funk you up. That's completely different. Bjork and Volta. I've shown this album before. If you're looking for some Bjork, it is Bjork. It's a very interesting album. It's a very interesting album art, and it's got 2 or 3 on the inside. It is very colorful. Lots going on. from the former singer of the Sugar Cubes out of Iceland. There you go. But we're not doing the world tag. We're doing A to Z in the 2000s for Rob Walker. Let the music play right there. There's his channel. Make sure you check it out. I'll put a link to it where links go, and the video as well. Okay, we're getting close. That was the V's, right? Yes. So up next is a young Billie Eilish. And I can never remember the entire version of this, or what this whole album is called, is When We Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? My wife hates this album cover because she's got no eyes. You can kind of see it a little bit there. It's freaky, spooky, very scary, very scary. There's Count Floyd reference. Some of you will know what I'm talking about. Most won't really care. Anyway, let's get it centered. There we go. Billie Eilish and the W's. So there you go. I did a video recently. Please check it out if you would. And please join in as well, because it was a bit of a thread challenge as well. It was 7 artists that changed my mind. I wasn't a big fan to start with, or I didn't really understand, and then now I am. So there you go. Billie might have been a bonus add-on of one that changed my mind, because I do enjoy it now. I knew when I started to do this, I had the X and I had the Z. So the X, and it's the only one, but it is Ed Sheeran. No, that's not Roman numeral 10, it's X. At least for the purposes of this video, you'd have to ask Ed if it is or not, but I'm pretty sure it's X, actually. So there you go, X by Ed Sheeran for the X, the Y's. These guys also fall way into my category of I really like them. They are new-ish. They've been around for a while now. They've got 5 albums out, I believe, plus a live and some EPs. Anyway, they've got lots of great music to listen to, and it is Canada's own from Kingston, Ontario, the Glorious Sons and Young, Beautiful, and Fools. Great album, Sawed Off Shotgun, kind of the biggest song off of this album. Just really, really good, and if you ever get a chance to see them live, they are fantastic. There's the back for what it's worth. There's the front. There's my concert ticket back when actually you could still get a paper ticket, which is kind of cool. I said I had the X. I said I had the Z, because we say Z in Canada. I'm not sure where you're from and if it's Z or Z. I know the Americans are Z. We're Z. I don't know where everybody else falls. And whatever, don't really care. And I'm sure you don't either at this point, because I'm trying to wrap this up. I'm trying to wrap it up. Here we go. But it is Rammstein and Zeit, probably their most mellow album, or at least I think it's kind of their most mellow album. So there you go. That is the Z of the A to Z in the 2000s for Rob Walker. Let the music play. I should have some pyro for the Rammstein. Here we go. There. That's as close as I'm going to get to some pyro. Right, there it is. Oh, yeah, there's the pyro. All right. So thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Take up this challenge. Take up this thread. Yeah, it takes a little while to pull the albums, and it's going to take a little while to put them back, but that's okay. That's part of the deal. I should have them all put back by Wednesday night, where you will join us live from the basement on Northern Revolution's channel. Do that. Join in, play along, whatever you want to call it, with my 7 artists that changed my mind thread. Do that. And join me on my game show Wednesday night. I think it's going to be fun. We're going to give it a shot. We're going to see how it goes. I need 3 contestants still. So if you want to be a contestant, I need you probably half an hour, 45 minutes or so on Wednesday. This coming up Wednesday, depends when you watch this. And if it goes over, it will be every Wednesday or every couple of Wednesdays anyway. But for now, I digress, because now I am starting to babble much like I normally do. Thank you, Rob, for the challenge. Appreciate that. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thanks, everyone, for all the subscriptions and all the other things. Just in general, thanks. Have a wonderful day, evening, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, in case I don't say you, as they say. Thanks from A to Z. Have a great day.